Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3, and today we are in the escalations, and today's escalation, the Somsak Equation, set in Bangkok. This is a 5-level escalation, and level 1 is we have one target, one chef. And that is it. There are no stipulations on how or what we have to wear or anything else. We just need to get in, get our target and get out. So for this challenge, the only thing we will need to bring with us will be a lethal syringe. I don't know why I've brought a pistol with me. I just feel naked without one. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to make our way up to the hotel entrance, which is up this nice carpeted staircase here. We're going to veer off to the right and enter into the building via the restaurant area, and our target is in a room off to the, well, our target is actually in the main kitchen, but we need to get around there, and we're going to duck our way around to the back of this outer kitchen area, and we're just going to wait here for the chef we can see just above us to move away to another counter before we continue on through the kitchen and into the storeroom beyond on our right. So the chef is moving away, so we are now going to make our way around through the main kitchen and into the, well, pantry this is, but I've always called it a storeroom. We're going to collect up the 2 cans from the shelves, and we're going to throw one over by the bin in the corner here. That's going to attract the 2 gentlemen's attention in the room. One will go to investigate, and when he does, we can then use our 2nd can to quickly render the other chef unconscious, continue around the shelves up behind the 2nd chef here, render him unconscious, and we can now relax and hide the bodies at our leisure. Now there is a freezer here. There is also a freezer in the big walking freezer for these first few levels, although it does disappear later on. But we have only need of 1 freezer at this point. So once we have our 2 chefs safely tucked up, we're going to take one of their outfits, make our way back into the kitchen. Now the only enforcer in here is the head chef, who is our target. So we're going to make our way to the back of the kitchen here and blend in at this counter. Now it's at this point we need to wait for the perfect moment. So hopefully by this point we had already triggered the phone call that the main chef has. And once he's finished his phone call and had his little rant and rave, we need the 5 or 6 people in this room to be in the right positions. Now, first of all, we need the waiter who has just entered on the right to be out of the room, the chef on our right there as well to be at the counter behind us, the head chef, our target, to be where he is now, and the chef on our left to either be at the sink, which he is, or out of the room as well. So as you can see, we're just gonna have a quick look around, and the chef is making his way into position. We have our opportunity, so we can then inject the head chef, our target, with the lethal injection, make our way out via the office, and we can then exit the level. So that was level 1. That's relatively easy. So we're just going to make our way through the office and out the other side, just being aware of the enforcer hotel staff member beyond the door. As long as she's not facing you, you're free to exit the building, and we're going this way to avoid all the cameras. And we're just going to make our way back round to the front of the hotel and down the pier, and we have a boat waiting for us. So there is level 1, and nice and easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we will get a silent assassin rating for that, and it took less than 5 minutes. Very nice indeed. So moving on to level 2, we now have a wild card and a second target. Now the wild card won't matter to us because of the method we are using, so we will focus on the second target. And again, for this challenge, the only thing you will need to bring with you will be a lethal syringe of your choice. Again, I've just brought the gun because I like having the gun. So right from the start and off the bat, we will once again make our way towards the restaurant entrance of the hotel. So up the main entrance stairs here, off to our right, and this time instead of heading for the kitchens and the storeroom or the pantry, we're going to make our way around to our right and into the bathroom. And once we're in here, we can catch our breath because we did run all the way, and we're just going to wait here right like this. Now basically our second target is up on the first floor, and he will eventually make his way all the way down here and into the bathroom and into this cubicle, where we can just follow him inside, close the door behind us and drown him in the toilet. There we go. So we're going to take his body and hide him in the closet, although it is not necessary because it was an accident kill. We're going to take his outfit, and this will give us a bit more free roam around in the kitchens. So we're going to exit the bathroom now, and just be aware that the chef in the outer kitchen area is now an enforcer, so we will have to try and avoid him to make our way around into the kitchens and into position at the back of the kitchen here while we wait for our target to finish his phone call and everybody to be in the correct positions. Like I said, in level 1 you have to have everybody in the right position, otherwise you will get spotted by at least one person, because there are about 5 or 6 people in this room when you actually commit the crime. So the head chef has finished his conversation. He's now having his little rant. He's going to go to the counter at the far end of the room and then make his way into the correct position we want him in. So there he goes off to the far end of the counter. So we want to keep a careful eye on the other 2 chefs, the one to our right. Thank you for stepping into screen there, sir. We have a chef way off in the distance there, but we don't need to worry too much about him. We need that waiter out of the room, and we need the chef on our left to either be at the sink or out of the room, which he currently is, but we are not quite ready yet. We are waiting for you to move away. There we go. Are you going to leave? Turn around, walk away. Very good. Let's just double check on the other chef, who is actually just entering again. So we'll give him a second or two before we inject the head chef with our lethal syringe. So target 2, sorry, taken care of. And we're going to exit the same way we did in level 1. So through the office, out the other side, being aware of the enforcer, and then out of the building, avoiding the cameras, and making our way back down to the main entrance, down these lovely purple carpeted stairs, along the pier and into our waiting boat. So 2 levels down, 3 to go, and things will start escalating from here slightly more, to a point where we will probably no longer get a silent assassin rating at some point. So there we go, 2nd silent assassin rating. We are getting good at this game. So for level 3, we now have the addition of a 3rd target. And this young lady is one of the hotel staff members, and luckily she is also in the vicinity of the kitchens, so we won't have far to travel. So once again, the only item we will be needing to bring with us will be our lethal syringe. You can bring any one of your choice. I've been opting for the Mark III of late. So once again, from the start, we will make our way up into the hotel entrance via the restaurant area, and we need to acquire ourselves a change of disguise, and it happens to be the disguise of one of our targets, and one of our targets happens to isolate themselves in the bathroom in the restaurant area. So all we have to do is make our way straight there, just like we did in the previous level, and we're just going to wait here for our target to arrive, and there he is right on cue. So once he enters the cubicle, we can just follow him inside once again, close the door behind us, and drown him in the toilet. Again, you have the option to just leave his body there or put him in the closet, and I have once again opted for the closet. And once he's safely tucked up, we can take his outfit and make our way towards the kitchens. So once again, being aware that the chef in the outer kitchen is now an enforcer, so we will need to avoid him as best we can. Luckily, Mr. Morgan has distracted him for us, so we can make our way into the main kitchen, approach our workstation here, and await the head chef to go through his phone call routine, then his rant routine, and then get himself in position in the counter in front of us. And then at that point, once again, we will wait for everybody else to be perfectly aligned so that we can inject the head chef with our lethal poison. So the head chef should be just finishing up his rant around about now. He will make his way over to the other counter and then make his way into position for us. So it's at this point we want to start tracking all of the other chefs and waiters in the room, and we need them all lined up perfectly so that we are not spotted. So everybody is getting ready to be in position. The waiter is in the room, and when he leaves and the chef on our right moves to the counter at the back of the room and the chef on the left is at the sink, we can then inject the head chef. Sounds a lot more complicated than it is. It's just a matter of waiting for the right moment. So the chef on the right is moving away, the waiter has left the room, the chef on the left has approached the sink, and we can now inject the head chef. And once again, we will make our way out of the room via the office, and the enforcer on the next room that we've been avoiding up until now is our third target. So we're just going to wait until she's facing the wrong way. We're going to make our way through the door, retrieve the fire extinguisher from the wall, and make our way down into the basement, and we're going to stop about halfway down the stairs here, and we're just going to wait here because someone will come along shortly and remove the head chef's body past us, and we're going to wait until he's done that and return to his post, and there you saw just went. So once the guard has returned to his post outside there, we're going to take our fire extinguisher and throw it against the wall on the stairs. That's going to attract the attention of our target and her companion, and our target will send her companion down the stairs to investigate, and we can then knock him out with the fire extinguisher. Finish dragging him down the stairs and being aware of the guard on the far side of this wall. There's a corridor opposite in the basement. It should really close the door, but I will get round to it. So once we have the hotel staff member safely tucked up, out of sight, out of mind, we can retrieve the fire extinguisher, render our target unconscious, and then drag her body down the stairs to the closet in the basement as well. And once we get her safely out of sight of everyone, just at the bottom of the stairs here, we're going to stop and close that door for a start. There we go, and then snap her neck. So that's all 3 targets now taken care of. We're just going to hide her body in the closet with her companion. There we go. And we can now make good our escape. And we're going to exit the building through the same door we always do, just to avoid the cameras. So we can go around the side of the building, back round to the front, down the main staircase and along the pier to our once again awaiting boat. So we have 3 levels now taken care of, and so far we have 3 silent assassins, so we aren't doing too bad at all. There we go, 12 minutes. There is a bit of waiting time in that one. So for level 4, we now have to move all 3 of our targets once eliminated, or if we wish before we eliminate them, into the walk-in freezer. This is going to add quite a complication. So we're going to be doing away with the lethal syringe, and we're going to trust in our handy old silenced pistol for this one, and we are going to forego the silent assassin ratings from here on out. From here on out we are getting our targets by hook or by crook, or in this case by a number of bullets to the head. So from the start we're going to once again make our way up into the restaurant area of the hotel and into the kitchen area. We're going to bypass the bathroom and get in our outfit. We're just going to wait here for the chef to be in the correct position for us, and you'll note there is another chef over on the right just in the entrance to the main kitchen area, and he seems to be broken. He doesn't seem to move away. So we're just going to have to risk going and being spotted by him, which doesn't matter to me very much because, as I said, there is no way I'm getting a silent assassin rating on this level. So it's at this point I realise this guy isn't going to move away, so I'm going to have to make a break for it, and we're going to make our way around into the storeroom area, and then we can begin. So we're just waiting now for Ken Morgan to move away from the counter. You may have just heard his voice there. So we've made it through the kitchen into the pantry slash storeroom, and in here we're going to pull out our silenced pistol and begin our killing spree, starting with these 2. There we go. We're going to make our way around to where the hotel staff member is, and we're going to shoot her companion in the head as well. We're going to stand by the doors, open the doors, shoot him and close the doors. So we still haven't actually been spotted by anyone. So from here on out we're going to go back towards the main kitchen, and we're going to shoot one person in this area, which will then trigger some sort of alarm because there's so many eyes and ears about. And while that is all going on, we're going to wait in the chest freezer in the pantry area, and once everybody has calmed down and all the bodies have been cleared away, everybody's gone back to their normal routine, we're going to go back to the kitchen and eliminate anyone else in the room who is not our target. So we have one more person over there, and I missed him, and I've 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 missed him. Concentrate. There we go, finally. So with that panic now triggered, we're going to make our way back to the freezer in the pantry, and again wait for everything to calm down and go back to normal. So at this point our target will be alone, and all we have to do is exit our freezer, make our way into the kitchen, shoot our target in the head, and then drag his body to the walk-in freezer. Unfortunately, I didn't realise I'd actually left someone alive, so they will now start another panic, and our second target will run away. So once again, we're going to utilise the chest freezer in the pantry and wait for everything to go back to normal. And once it does, we can then make our way back into the kitchen. We're going to take out that pesky non-target there, shoot our target in the head, and drag his body to the walk-in freezer, and that will be 2 down, 1 to go. Now the exits won't become available until all 3 targets are in this freezer. So 2 down, we're going to reload our weapon here, make our way around to the area behind the kitchen office. We're going the long way, and shoot our target in the head. Now be aware there are 2 guards just outside on the grounds, just beyond that door. They never spotted me when I did this, but they could be at a different point in their routine for you, and may just glance through the window and spot you. But once we have our third and final target in the freezer, the exits will then become available to us, and we can leave the building via any door we so wish. And I so wish to take the door with no cameras around it. So once we're out onto the grounds, we're no longer trespassing, and we can just head straight back for the pier at the front of the hotel, and once again to our awaiting boat. So that is 4 levels down, and unfortunately there's no silent assassin rating this time, but a thoroughly good time shooting people in the head. Only 1 star, and it took 20 minutes. I was waiting in those boxes for some time. I had to make sure everybody was back to normal. So for our 5th and final escalation point, we are no longer allowed to change disguise, which means not using the chef's outfit at all, which we didn't do in level 4. So this is essentially a carbon copy of level 4, although we may have to react differently to panicky situations. So as we've done previously, right from the start, we will make our way up to the restaurant area. So up the stairs, around to our right, into the restaurant. We're going to bypass the bathroom because we don't want to drag our target who frequents the bathroom all the way through the public areas of the hotel. That's a bit too much panic for my liking. So straight into the pantry area. I was spotted on my way in here, but that doesn't matter because no one in here has seen a thing. So we're now gonna go and eliminate a few of the non-targets in the area. So we've got the 2 in the pantry. There's about 3 or 4 in the kitchen itself we need to eradicate, and the 1 companion to our target out the back of the kitchens. So again, once we've started a panic, we're going to wait for all the bodies to be cleaned up and everybody to go back to normal before we emerge again. This time we're going to go and take out this young gentleman here, close the doors, although we have been spotted already, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to make our way back round to the kitchens and eliminate anyone else who isn't our target in this room. You was the one that spotted me last time, wasn't you? Yeah, there you go. So that's everybody out of our way. So we once again will make our way back to the pantry freezer, and we are going to wait here for everything to return to normal. So from this point out, we get quite lucky. So when we emerge from the freezer, both of our targets who frequent the kitchen are right here. So a quick bullet to each of their heads, and we have 2 targets down already. So all we've got to do is drag each of them to the freezer. So here is number 1, and we're going to go back and collect up number 2, right where we left him. So once we have these 2 in the freezer, we can make our way back round to the rear of the kitchen's area behind the office, and we can take out our 3rd and final target. I just happened to notice this guard was still in the middle of cleanup, and he was in the room while I was dragging the body to the freezer, and he didn't see me. So we got incredibly lucky there. So we're just going to follow this guy at a discreet distance as he removes a body away from the pantry area. And once he makes his way down into the basement, we will then have maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes to get to our target and get her to the walk-in freezer. As you can see, there is another guard just coming through the office to the kitchens. He's making his way down to the basement now. So we're going to shoot our 3rd target in the head, run up, grab her body, as all the guards are busy at the moment, and we can drag her to the walk-in freezer, and thus making the exits available to us. So all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. So reload our weapon just in case, and we're going to exit out the same door we always do to avoid cameras, around the side of the building, round to the front, down the nicely carpeted stairs, feel like royalty in my turtleneck top, and down the pier to our awaiting boat. So there we go. I believe that is a pretty fun escalation, although I do regret not being able to silent assassin it. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.